Good afternoon. I welcome all of you to the lecture Advanced Software Engineering and Technology. Today we will see managing requirement elicitation. Is this presentation visible to you? Yes, Rahul? Is it visible? Managing software requirement elicitation is important in advanced software engineering. In this, we describe the technical issues of modeling a system in terms of use cases. Use case modeling by itself, however, does not constitute requirement elicitation. Even after they become expert use case modeler, developers still need to elicit requirements from the user and come to an agreement with the client. This is the managing requirement. We know, suppose we have very much experience about software development, but there is the possibility something remaining in our software development, so that we have to make some documentations about the requirement elicitation and software development process, and we have to do the agreement, so customer will not claim if you have not done any component in your software. So in this section we describe the method for eliciting information from the users and negotiating an agreement with a client. In particular, we describe negotiating specification with client, joint application design, maintain traceability, and document requirement elicitation. These are very important agreement with a client for negotiating with user. Negotiating specification with client, joint application design. A joint application design means JAD is requirement method developed at IBM at the end of 1970s. Its effectiveness lies that the requirement elicitation work is done in one single workshop session in which all stakeholder participates. You have to keep in mind JAD, joint application design, is developed by IBM at 1970s. A user, client, developer and the train session leader sit together in one room to present their viewpoint, listen to other viewpoint, negotiate and come to a mutual acceptable solution. Means JAD team sit in one room with user, client, developer, train session leaders sit together for make this documentation. The outcome of the workshop, the final JAD document, is complete requirement specification document that include definition of data element, workflow and interface screen. Because the final document is jointly developed by the stakeholder, that is the participant who not only have an interest in the success of the project but also can make substantial decision. The final JAD document represent an agreement among the user, client and developers, and thus the minimize requirement changes later in the development process. JAD is composed of 5 activities, which is given in the figure 4.15. You can see this. Negotiating specification with client, joint application design. I think someone is waiting into our join the lecture. Okay. You see this negotiating specifications with client and application design. In this, the project definition. We have to define the project first, then manage the definition guide, and then research. Once we manage the definition guide, then research, then session agenda, preliminary specification, preparation, work document, session script, session, then scribe form, and final document preparation and final document. This is the activity of joint application design UML activity diagram. We can say this is UML activity diagram, the heart of joint application design in the session activity during design. Project definition. We will see one by one. Project definition. During this activity, the joint application design facilitator interview the project manager and the client to determine the objectives and the scope of the project. The findings from the interview are collected in the management definition guide. Management definition guide. What is this? The finding from the interview means management definition guide. Their management project definition. During this activity, the joint application design facilitator interview the project manager. They interview the project manager and the client to determine the objective and the scope of project. Objective of the project and the scope of the project. Then write it into the management definition guide. Research. During after this, the research during this activity, the joint application design facilitator interview the present and future users, gather information about the application domain, and describe the first set of high level use cases. The joint application design facilitator is also start a list of problems to address during the session. The result of this activity are a session agenda and a preliminary specification listing workflow and system information. And after research preparation, during this activity, the joint application design facilitator prepare the session. The joint application design facilitator create a working document, which is the first draft of the final document. Preparation means create working document, an agenda for the session, and any overhead slides or flip chart presenting information gathered during the research activity. The joint application design facilitator also selects a team composed of the client, the project manager, selected users and developers. All the stakeholders are represent and participants are able to making blind decision. And in session during this activity, the joint application design facilitator guide the team in creating the requirement specification. A JAD session lasts for 3 to 5 days. The team define an agree on the scenario, use cases, and user interface mockups. All the decisions are documented by a scribe. Final document. Final document. The joint application design facilitator prepare the final document, revising the working document to include all decisions made during the session. The final document represents complete specification of the system agreed on during the session. The final document is distributed to the session participant for review. The participant then attend 1 to 2 hours meeting to discuss the review on finalized document. JD has been used by IBM and other companies. JD leverage group dynamic to improve communication among the participant and accelerate consensus. At the end of JD session, developers are more knowledgeable of the user needs and user are more knowledgeable develop traits of. Additional gain result from reducing redesign activities downstream. Because of its reliance and social dynamics, the success of JD sessions often depends on the qualification of the JD facilitator as meeting facilitator. Traceability is ability. Traceability is the ability to follow the life of requirement. Traceability is the ability to follow the life of requirement. This includes tracing where the requirement came from. Example, who organized it, which client need does it address, to which aspect of the system and the project it affects. Example, which component realized the requirement, which test case check it realization. Traceability enables developer to show that system is complete. Tester to show that the system is compiled with its requirement. Designer to record the rationale behind the system, and maintainers to assess the impact of the change. Consider the Satwatch example we introduced at the beginning of the chapter. Currently, the specification calls for two-line display that include the time and date. After the client decide that the digit size is too small for comfortable reading, developer change the display requirement to a single line display com- combined with the button to switch between the time and date. This is the traceability. Now you see Sangam Rahul only. Joint application design is requirement method development developed at the IBM, and this team is with the client user stakeholder and manager developer programmer and all. They sit together to make some documentation, and they prepare document with project definition, then management guide, then research, then session agenda, and then preliminary specification, preparation, working document, session script, session scribe from final document and final document after document preparation. We are looking one by one this point. The project definition during the activity, JID facilitator interview the project manager and then the client to determine the objectives and scope of the project. The findings from the interview are collected in the management definition guide. What is research? During this activity, during this document collections or the definition interview activity, suppose as a engineer we have to ask some questions to the client, to the users, and with that questions he will give us some answers, and that is our first interview steps. After this, in the management definition guide we have to write, and after that during research activity, the joint application design facilitator interview the present and future user, gather information about the application domain, and describe the first step of high level use cases. The JID facilitator also start list of the problem to be addressed during the session. The result of this activity are session agenda and preliminary specifications listing workflow of the system information. We have to keep all this information into the mind. Preparation during this activity, JID facilitator prepare the session and JID facilitator create working document which is the first draft of the final document. Working document we have to write, and that will be our final draft for overhead slide or the flip chart representing information gathered during the research activity. The JID facilitator also select team composed of the client, the all project manager, selected user and developers are in a selected team which composed by JID. All stakeholders are represented and participated are able to make blind blinding decisions. So after this the next step is the session. During this activity the joint application design facilitator guide the team in creating the requirement specification. A JD session lasts for 3 to 5 days. The team define and agree on the scenario, use cases, and user interface mockups. All sessions are documented by a scribe. Then final document we have to make by using the final document represent the complete specification of the system agreement, and JD has been used by IBM and other companies leverage group dynamic to improve the communication among the participant and to accelerate the consents. At the end of JD session, developers are more knowledgeable of the user needs and user are more knowledgeable developer development trade-offs. The additional gain result from the reduce redesign activities downstream because of its reliance on social dynamics. The success of JD sessions often depends on the qualification of the JD facilitator as meeting facilitator. Then traceability. Traceability is the ability to follow the life of requirement. This includes the tracing where the requirement came from. Example, we have to ask some questions: who originate it, which client need does it address, to which aspect of the system and the project it affects. Example, which component realize the requirement, which test case check it realization. Traceability enables developer to show that the system is complete. Tester to show that the system complies with requirement. Designer to record the rationale behind the system, and maintainers to assess the impact of the change. Consider we are we have already taken one SatWatch example. In that, the specification call for two lines display that include time and the date. Only there were two lines in the display was written into the specification. After the client decide that the digit size is too small for comfortable reading, developer change the display requirement to a single line display combined with the button to switch between time and date. Now traceability would be enable us to answer the following questions. We have to ask the questions as a developer: which test case must be changed? The simplest approach to maintain the traceability is to use cross-reference among the document model and the code artifact. Each individual element, example, requirement components, class, operation, test case, is identified by a unique number. Dependencies are then documented manually as textual cross-reference content. The number of sources element and the number of target element. Tool support can be as simple as a spreadsheet or a word processing tool. This approach is expensive in time and person manpower, and it is error prone. However, for a small project, developers can observe benefits earlier and then originated the two-line display requirement. Did any impact constraint mandate this document? Which component must be changed because of the additional button and the display? Maintaining traceability is the large-scale project specified database tool enable the partial automation of the capture, editing and linking of the traceability dependencies at more detailed level. Example, DOOR or Requisite Pro. Such tool reduce the cost of maintaining traceability, but they require the buy-in and training of the most stakeholder and impose restrictions on the other tool in the development process. Now the document requirement elicitation. The result of the requirement elicitation and analysis activities are documented in the requirement analysis document. This document completely describes the system in terms of the functional and non-functional requirement. The audience for the requirement analysis document means RAD include the client, user, project manager and the system analyst. That is the developer who participated in the requirement and the system designer. That is the developer who participated in the system design. The first part of the document including use cases, non-functional requirement is written during the requirement elicitation, and then the formalization of the specification in terms of the object model is written during the analysis, which we have already seen in the figure 4.16 is an example of template for a RAD used in this presentation. The first selection of the RAD is an introduction. It is to provide the brief overview of the functions of the system and reason for its development, its scopes, and reference to the development context. Example, a reference to the problem statement which by the client reference to existing system facility studies. The introduction also includes the objective and success criteria of the project. The second section Current system describe the current status of the affairs. If the new system will replace an existing system, this section describe the functionality and the problem of the current system. You see the documenting requirement elicitation. Requirement analysis document. First is the introduction. In this, we have to propose the system, then scope of the system we have to write, then objective and success criteria of the project we have to write in document requirement elicitation. After that, definition, acronyms and abbreviation we have to select, then reference from which system we have adopted the system development, and overview of the system. Once introduction is completed, then we have to design the current system, proposed system, overview, fundamental requirement to the system, non-functional requirement to the system like usability, reliability, performance of system, supportability of system, to which operating system this software will support, and implementation, on which duration this system will be implemented, interface, languages, in which language we will be implement that depends upon the programming also. Our budget, our software cost may be increase or decrease. Interfaces, is there need any extra hardware to connect to a computer, then there we have to design the interfaces, and that should be right into the documentations, so that on the time customer will not argue to you have forgotten like this any point in that. So after that, packaging is also important, legal is also important. Our software should not copied by someone else, or as well as customer should not resell that software to other, and the validity of about our software is also important. System model. In system model, scenario, use cases model, object model, dynamic model, interface negotiating path, and screen mockup are important. You see, suppose we have taken one example of the system model, then we have to design scenario, means the story of the software development process. Suppose how printer will work, who will give printout to the printer, then we have to create the use cases in the model like printer, computer, actor. Actor first will act with computer, and then computer will give the permission to the printer to start and print the output of the document, and again it will come back and we will get the output, or someone else can get the output from the software. This is the system model. Dynamic model, there we have to design the objects, how much objects will be there in software we have to write into the document, and glossary also we have to write. If we are using the abbreviation short point, like suppose JAD, we use JAD, then what is JAD we have to write into the documentation part, JAD joint application design. Like that, if we are using RAD abbreviation, in glossary we have to write this requirement analysis document. This is the outline of requirement analysis document sections in elicit and complete during the analysis. You have to keep this point in mind to understand all this chapter. This is the abstract. This is the abstract of all chapters. If we understand this, then you will understand all the chapters till date which I have explained. Document requirement elicitation. This section describes how tasks supported by the new system are accomplished now. For example, in this case of the SatWatch, the user currently reset her watch whenever she travel across a time zone. There is one example given satellite watch. In that watch automatically change the time and the duration of the watch. Are you getting my point? Because of the manual nature of this operation, the user occasionally set the wrong time and occasionally neglect to reset. In contrast, the SatWatch will continuously continually ensure accurate time within its lifetime. In this case, the system is paper based. Dispatcher keep track of the required resources assignment by filling out form. All these are the examples given in this all presentations. Communication between dispatcher and field officer is by radio. We have seen one example of the dispatcher and the field officer. They are involved in one accident. Uh, there were one car accident. In that incident, field officer investigated and he has written fill one form in his computer and send it to dispatcher remotely, wirelessly, like mobile phone or internet like things. The current system required a high documentation and management cost that friend aim to reduce. To manage all these things, we have to write all these things into the high documentation, and for that we required much cost to write. The third section, proposed system document the requirement elicitation and analysis model of the new system. It is divided into the 4 subsections. Overview of present functional overview of the system. Functional requirement describe the high level functionality of the system, and non-functional requirement describe the user level requirement that are not directly related to the functionality. This include usability, reliability, performance, supportability, implementation, interface, operations, packaging, and legal document. You see, all these are the non-functional requirement because only the performance of system is depends on these. These functions are, if we not consider, our system will work, but the performance of system or uh, uh, quality of system will not be good there. The system model describes the scenario, use cases, object model, dynamic model for the system. This section contain complete functionality specification including mockup illustrating the user interface of the system and the navigational path representing the sequence of the screens. The subsections object model and dynamic model are written during the analysis activity described in the next chapter. So the RAD should be written after the use case model in the stable, that is when the number of modification of the requirement is minimal. Then the requirement however are updated throughout the development process when the specification problem are discovered or when the scope of the system is changed. The RAD once published is baseline and put under the configuration management. Once we have suppose design RAD, then we have to keep that into the baseline and with our documentations. Suppose we have written one definition of the document, that should be implemented first. Then suppose we have created objective, we have made some analysis or design use cases, or suppose we have designed some um, sequence diagram. We have to we have to keep this into the baseline means our index. We have to take as a index to it. The revision history section of the RAD will provide a history of change, including the author responsible for each change, the date of the change, and the brief description of the change. So in this way we have completed this requirement elicitation chapter. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me questions. In today's lecture we see documentation about the requirement elicitation. Requirement elicitation means the collection of the information. If you want to design software, you have to collect the information from client or from user of the software to whom you are developing software. According to their requirement, you have to design the software. Okay, you have collected all information and prepare use cases, sequence diagram, uh, state machine diagram and all. After that we have to make one legal document and make the agreement with the client, so that at the time of software delivery he will not claim some extra functionality which you developed into your software, or he will not argue with you, you have not given very good software to me, like that he will not tell to you. So that we have to make the documentations about functional things, non-functional things and all. We know there some non-functional requirement is also important. You see the mosaic display is example given by us. Non-functional requirement describe the aspect of the system that are not directly related to the functionality or the behavior of the system. Non-functional requirements span a number of issues from user interface, look and feel the responses required to the security issues. Do you have any question regarding this, Sangam? Ashwini?
No, sir.
In today's lecture, we have discussed about the documentation of the project. In that, there were 3 points important: negotiation specification with client, their joint application design is important, and maintaining traceability and documenting requirement elicitation. These 3 points are very much important in the today's lectures. You have to understand joint application design. I said to you, joint application design is the team. They it consists of user, manager, programmer, developer, client, and all stakeholders related to the software development activity. They sit together and make the documentation, and they talk to each other about the software maintainability. They thought about the software, how software will work, and then make the document and sign that document, agreement on that document. After that, software development process is to be started. So you have to keep in mind joint application design, JAD. There may be a question in exam, what is JAD? JAD stand for joint application design. Joint application design. What happened in this joint application design? This is the team. In 1970s, IBM first developed this JAD. In this, user, client, developer and trainer, session leader, they sit together for negotiation and come to mutually acceptable solution by discussing to each other, by talking to each other. They find some concrete solution about the software development process. Are you getting my point? So
Yes, sir.
the outcome of the workshop, this workshop, whose workshop? In workshop who will participated? Users, client, developer and session leader. And the outcome of the workshop, their workshop, the final JAD document. JAD means joint application design document. What is this? Is the complete requirement specification document about the system, about the software. All complete specification is included in this JAD. Definition of the data, workflow, interface, screen, all are things written into the JAD. So this is important because the final document is the jointly developed by the stakeholder, that is the participant who not only have an interest in the success of the project but also can make substantial decision. They have to take decision. They not, some of the people will not directly participated into the software development process, but they are the decision maker. Their decision is important into the software development process. So we need this stakeholder also into our JAD for software development process. And there are the 5 activities into the JAD. These activities are project definition, management definition guide, research session agenda, preliminary specification preparation, working document, sessions script, session, scribe form, final document preparation, and after that the final documentation. This is the activities of JAD UML activity diagram. We can say this is the activity diagram. You have to draw this activity diagram into your project development process. The heart of JAD is the session activity during which all stakeholder design agree to requirement specification. The activity prior to session maximize its efficiency. The the production of the final document capture the decision made during this activity. This is the negotiating specification with the client by joint application design. This is the team. In that team, we know user and developers and other stakeholders are participated, and they write about the project definition, management definition guide. What are the definitions we have? We have design that we have to write into the management guide definition. Their management guide definition will be there. We will suppose find there uh, 3 actors in our software. There will be 3 actors in our software, so we have to write this into the management definition guide. 3 actors. Then research. After definition guide, we have to think about research. All these explanation we have seen in today's lecture one by one point, like project definition, research, preparation of the activity, then session. During this activity, the JAD facilitator guide the team in creating requirement specification, and after that final document we seen. Likewise, traceability, another point, maintaining traceability, we have covered in today's lecture with the example satellite watch and open incident dispatcher and field officers example we have already taken. For maintaining traceability, there some question we have to ask, like who originated two-line display requirement, means in SatWatch there only the time and date is displayed, so who is said to you in SatWatch there should be only two lines, which component must be changed because of the additional button to the display. Suppose there is button to which this would be changed by the uh, itself actor or repairer, watch repairer, that we have already taken. And documenting requirement elicitation, this is the last point of this chapter. In this we have to understood this point: introduction, current system, proposed system. In this proposed system overview, functionality, non-functional requirement like system model and glossary. These all 4 points are very important for outline of the requirement. Analysis document section in italic are complete during the analysis. Until this italic point, these are the we have to complete during the analysis, and after that this document we have to prepare, and then we have to start to development of the software. If you have any doubt regarding these activities, this uh, point, you can ask me question, otherwise we will stop here. Yes, anybody having question?
No, sir.
Sangam, Sangam, do you have question? Your mic is mute. Your camera is on, but your mic is mute. Then, okay, thank you. Have a nice day. You can join another lecture.
Okay, sir.